Dallas, we got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work, yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work, yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now, yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now, yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback, so my defense, all trying to get them sacks, with the ball in the air, secondary go to work, Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking, if you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him, put the ball down, go ahead and run it, I got a hot front four when they coming, plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL, we the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, go defense, gone defense, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas doomsday defense. Listen what the hot boys tell them. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE, tackling Dutchman coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods, plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds, the hot boys shining. Clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas, we got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work, yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work, yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, gone clock in, gone clock in, yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now, yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now, yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback, so my defense, all trying to get them sacks, with the ball in the air, secondary go to work, Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking, if you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him, put the ball down, go ahead.
The 2019 Dallas Cowboys season is only a few months from kicking off, but this year, let's do things a little different. Instead of just watching games at home or just going to a game, let's actually experience our Dallas Cowboys, just like West Coast does.
Cowboys Experience is my one-stop shop for all my Cowboys game day weekends. Their packages are all inclusive, including 2 nights hotel accommodation. We'll pick you up and drop you off at the airport and game. Want to hang out and get autographs from current and former Cowboy greats like Drew Pearson? If you're ready to experience the Dallas Cowboys like no other, make sure you inbox West Coast or go to cowboysexperience.com today.
The 2019 Dallas Cowboy season is...
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we are live in the building, man. And I'm just happy to be here, man. Got my old school hat on. Bam. I know y'all thought I was going to be at training camp today, but shoot, man. My lady left, like I told you on the first show, my lights on, the car died. It was a whole big old shahoomba. But it's all good because I'll be back in the building tomorrow, so that's all that matters. But yo, today the Dallas Cowboys are having Military Appreciation Day. So if you're wondering why aren't too many people are going live right now, it's because they're not really doing much right now. But they are honoring our military. So salute to the Dallas Cowboys for always putting the military first. Yo, man, it is your boy West Coast. We are here live in the building. How you guys doing? Who I got? Let me see who I got live up in here. All right, so we got who we got up in here. We got live up in the building. All right, so we got Steven. What's up with you? What's up with you, Joe Trantina? What's up with you, Gregory? What up with you, Richard? Richard, you said you was coming to training camp. Don't act like I ain't forget. Tony P, what up with you, man? Let's see what I got us on here. My boy Tony P on here. I got OG Oates. What's up with you? Steven, what's up with you? What's up with you, Montana? What's up with you, James Garcia? What's up with you, Barry? I see everybody in the stream, and I appreciate everybody out there watching. Let's see what we got up on here. Terrell, what's up with you, my hot? What's up with you, Terrell, my hot boy? Chris Bowles, what up with you, man? Kathy, how you doing, Kathy? Hey, y'all remember, we at war right now. It's season time, you know what I'm saying? No red hearts. If you're going to put hearts in the comment, make sure they blue. Because in blue is wartime, you know what I'm saying? We put red hearts in the off season. We at wartime right now. It's training camp. You already know what it is. Hey, let me know if the feed is going good. It looks like it's going good. Let me know if everything is smooth and rhythmy. All right. So, yo, I want to go ahead and go get the show started off. All my people over there on YouTube, what's up with you? I know I'm about to get y'all up real quick. I know I got some faithfuls over there, so let me get it up real quick. But, yo, this first thing I want to talk about today is brought to you by our friends over there at the Gridiron Classic All-Stars, where they are the premier all-star games for the youth between the ages of 3rd grade and 8th grade. So if you have a 3rd grader between the age of, if you have a child between the age of 3rd grade and 8th grade, make sure you go to Gridiron Heart All-Stars at yahoo.com and send your nominations so that you can get your child nominated and so you can get them involved. I mean, they Cowboy fans too, so that's a good thing. All right, so there we go. All right, there we go. I thought I was tripping for a minute because everything was moving kind of slow. But there go my family. I see you, Auntie. I see you, Miguel. What's up with you? How you doing, Miss Kathy? Time to go to work. It's clock in. Time to go to work. I've been working on it. Have you been working on your Starboy voice? I need to know. YouTube is on flat and Facebook stream. It says YouTube is on the flat and Facebook stream on phone. Oh, you on the flat? Oh, you double dating. I see you, Manny. Manny got me on the flat screen. Can you at least tell me? Let me know how big it is. You know what I'm talking about? 50 inch, 40 inch. Let me know. All right, Miguel, what's up with you? What's up with you, homie? Lloyd says, your voice sounds odd, deeper. All right, let me see what this is. Let me see if I can, you know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Let me know if this sounds better. All right, let me know if this sounds better. All right, there we go. What up with you, Terrell? Clock in, Manny. All right, so let's jump right into this, right? So, put my microphone down just a little bit, right? God dang, so rude. What up with you, Bob? Okay, there go my scouts on YouTube. What up? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you are on Facebook watching, I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. But if you really want to support West Coast, please go to YouTube and type in West Coast Cowboy and hit that like button and watch me on YouTube. It only goes to the kids, you know what I'm talking about? But if you're watching on Facebook, I appreciate you too. So yo, I got some exclusive stuff. I mean, unless you was watching my live. If you was watching my live, you kind of maybe seen some of this, but I still wanted to bring this to you guys because there was a meme that was kind of made, and this weekend they put it out, and basically they were asking, like, do we believe that the Dallas Cowboys have the best linebacking core in the NFL? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, like, between Sean Lee and my boy LVE and Jalen Smith, I don't see how they are not at least top of the list, man. And one thing I like about our linebacking core is each one of these guys are very, very mature in their own rights. Like, they're not, you can tell that these guys are really, about their business between Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, and Sean Lee. Like, Sean Lee, Sean Lee is what you want in a player coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to tell me you're going to pay somebody to be a player coach and you tell me it's Sean Lee, I don't have a problem with it. Because these guys, even Jalen Smith, who I think is the more eccentric of the three, even him, he said my voice sound really deep. I thought y'all like it like that. Hold up. All right. Let me see. Does that sound better? Hold up. What's happening, baby? Does that sound better? All right. What's up with K? All right, so I'm back on it. So, if I start sounding crazy, you already know. Just put it in the comment box. I will adjust as needed. If I need to go a little bit left, I'll go a bit left. I need to go a bit right, I'll go a bit right. You know what I'm talking about? Just let me know. But yeah, so back on my Sean Lee. You're saying if you're looking for like a player coach, if you're looking for a guy to be an example as far as a player coach and what you want out there on the field, it's definitely Sean Lee. Now, crazy story, right? I actually got an opportunity to kind of have a Sean Lee's interviews. Like, when I conversating with Sean Lee is just amazing, man. Like, Sean Lee is that type of dude that just like if I ever had to jump out of an airplane with a parachute on, and I'm not saying I'm not afraid of heights, but I just don't like going over 3 feet because I always got stuff in my pockets, and I'm scared if I fall over, it's gonna all fall out, then my money gonna go everywhere. I don't want that to happen. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if Sean Lee, if I was about to jump out of an airplane, you know what I'm saying, with a parachute, Sean Lee is that dude I need to talk to me before I jump. Like, before they push me out the window, whatever the hatch is, I need Sean Lee to be right there, and I'm gonna ask him a question like, Sean Lee, what is dedication? And Sean Lee is gonna give me one of them answers that's gonna be like, and I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna jump out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of leadership Sean Lee is. Now, a good example of that is this about 2 weeks ago, LVE got married. Now, I've been around enough players to know that when guys make that commitment, especially in the NFL, when they have the whole world, we ain't gonna elaborate, but we just gonna say they got the whole world after them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even gotta go look for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just some of this stuff just come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my boy Terrence too. He's gonna be coming on the show. He's gonna be coming on the show in about 10, 15 minutes. He's a really big. He has a really big group that does Madden, and I want to put them on the show. I wanted to put him on the show. So let me tell him 1 second. Hey Terrence, hey man, give me a call back in 10 minutes. Got you, brother. All right, so that's Terrence. That's my Madden guy. He gonna come on here, and he also has some good stuff about Zeke I want to talk about too. But so. Back to what we was talking about, right? So, my boy Terrence made me lose my train of thought. Where was we at? Let me know where we was at for a minute. Where was we at? LVE. Okay, bam. So LVE got appreciate you, Scout. LVE got married a couple weeks ago, and me being around, I've had the opportunity to be around a lot of players, and one thing I know is about when they make that commitment to get married, especially at a young age when they have the world as an oyster, that shows a lot of maturity, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that a normal person getting married doesn't, but when you do that, like, it shows a high level of maturity, you know what I'm saying? And when you're thinking this guy's gonna be an all-pro, this is a guy you're gonna probably give a lot of money to at some point in his career, you want that, and you find those intangibles, and they can use those things to motivate them throughout the season. So this is what I did, right? I saw LVE. Shout out to let me see where I find this. Shout out to my hot boy for hooking it up. Let me see if I can find him on here. I had an opportunity to talk to LVE. We was down on the field, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get it up real quick. we were down on the field, and I just asked him basically just a simple question as far as, like, being in the NFL now, being in the NFL as a single man, you had your responsibilities, you had your things that you had to take care of. But now being in the NFL, now as a married person, as a married football player, like, what are the differences, what I'm saying, and what is your outlook on life now? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, like, I try to find myself in asking these guys, like, if I get it. The first time I met LV, I asked him a very real football question. So this time I told myself that when I met LV, I wanted to ask him something like a life question, what I'm saying, something that we could kind of build on so I can speak with him about it later. So I chose, just, let's see what he's talking about. So I'm gonna put this video real quick. Let me see it real quick. All right, here we go. Here we go. We'll see. That's Mark. Y'all know that's what we're talking about next.
LVE, West Coast from Dallas Cowboys Scott. And how you doing, brother?
You guys want a quick picture?
Being a married man, what is the difference now as far as viewing the NFL, man?
Right now, so you wouldn't even be saying all this background stuff.
Say that again.
Said being, with the huge commitment you made this a couple weeks ago, man. What is your outlook on the NFL and things like that, man?
All right, so for whatever reason, my bad. I'm gonna try to get this. Hold up now. Hold on. All right, so sorry about that. So for whatever reason, it's not getting up, but I'm trying to get it loaded up by the end of the show so you guys can see that. But yeah, man, my boy LV gave me a really good answer on it. He gave me a answer that, I would think, he basically said that, not only does he has the responsibility of being a great football player on the football field, but he also has now the responsibility of being a great a husband in the, at home. You know what I'm saying? And I liked that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this. The next time I see LVE, I'm definitely going to hit him with something football related, but I'm also going to make sure that I kind of bring back off that also. So, I'm going to show, as soon as I can get that up, I'm going to show that to you guys, though. But Jeffrey, what's up with you, man? He says, I'm good, man. What's up with you? Rob, what's up with you? Rod Smith, what's up with you? Richard, he says, how was the first day in pads? To be honest with you guys, I didn't make it out there today. I had some stuff I had to take care of today at the house. I was going to make it out there today, but, some situations happened, so I wasn't able to. And also today was kind of like Military Appreciation Day, so they were only going to be practicing for about an hour and 15 minutes. So that's why a lot of people haven't gone live yet, because it should have started 30 minutes, about 20 minutes ago. But today was Military Appreciation Day, so it wasn't as much stuff going on as possible. But tomorrow, I got an inside tip that I got an inside tip that Michael Irvin might be at camp. So for sure I'll be there tomorrow, so don't trip. We'll be back online tomorrow, and hopefully we have a Michael Irvin sighting tomorrow. But let me jump in some comments before my boy Terrence. I'm gonna wait for my boy Terrence to come in a couple minutes. He's gonna be talking about the Madden League, this great Madden League that he has. And if you guys want to join, I definitely want you guys to take advantage of it. Now, hey, I want to talk about, since you guys already seen it, man. You guys already seen the slide, because I was thumbing through them. So let me get it over here. Right? Now, I'm trying to let this go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the bigger man, and I'm just trying to just let it go. But I'm sorry, man. Y'all don't see is it a coincidence? Do you think it's a coincidence?
Say that again.
That being,
the very next
huge commitment you made this a couple weeks ago.
When let me just read
that now. Being a married man, being a family man.
Okay, I'm reading.
I got my job is still being a football player, but my job is also to be the best husband.
This is what Mike Fisher says. Mike Fisher says, Amari Cooper's agent, Joel Siegel, is here at Cowboys camp, practicing with CEO Stephen Jones. This seems significant. Now, this is, I'm going to ask y'all a question, right? Is it a coincidence? And I'm just saying, if I'm tripping, because I be tripping sometimes. But do you think it's a coincidence that Amari Cooper, who is on a 1-year deal, currently, right now, for $13.9 million, would get carted off the field yesterday at the walkthroughs, get denied by Fisher at whatever time? It was about 3 o'clock, about later on that day. But then his agent is at Cowboy camp the very next day. Like, come on, guys. You know what that is? That's an agent saying, absolutely not. Let me get out here to training camp and find out what's going on. Now, I think it's also kind of in town, the same day where you see some situations happening with Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? I think like this, man. This is my thought on all these contracts. And as far as Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, and Zeke, I think Jerry Jones is 100% behind 8 ball on this one. Like, he's late on this one. Like, he's late. Like, Dak Prescott should have been paid. You know what I'm saying? He should have been paid. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. If the Dallas Cowboys signed him between Foles and Wentz, you probably get him for like $28 million. Terrence, go ahead and give me a call, B-Dog. You probably get him from about $28 million. Now, you push him all the way into training camp. Now, think of this. It's 454, and Dak Prescott, you're a Dallas Cowboy quarterback who is playing for about $800,000 this year in pads. Now, I am not one to, try to wish any type of thing on him, but I'm just saying, man, like, at some point, man, we got to start calling a spade a spade. Like, it is what it is. And the reason why I think we need to call it a spade is not because we think that we can change Jerry Jones, because we can't. We ain't changing Jerry Jones. Are you serious? Like, what did he say? He's the last of the pond. Whatever he said he was. You are not changing Jerry Jones. But you know what we can do? We can adjust the way we feel and the way we think on certain subjects. Like an Amari Cooper situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, man. Whatever happened, I know something happened, because whatever had happened, it was big enough to make his agent come out here, and it was big enough to make sure that Stephen Jones was out here walking around with his agent to let it be seen. So, I mean, I think the Dallas Cowboys just need to stop freaking playing around with my season. Like, stop playing around with my season. You know what I'm saying? This is my 2019 season, and before I get my boy Terrence on here, I'm going to just tell y'all, I was one of those guys that defended Jerry Jones and said stuff like, no, Jerry Jones is focused on winning the Super Bowl. He's focused on this and that. When I see you handling your best players freaking 3 weeks before we start our season, I'm like, bro, what is your focus on? Because I would think that someone who is motivated on trying to get a Super Bowl, you would be thinking by any means necessary. And I just don't even feel there's a sense of urgency. There's a sense of urgency with Cooper now. You want to know why? Because he's in the building. Yes, his agent's in the building. In the building. I wonder if it had anything to do with him not getting carted off the field. All right, Terrence, what's up with you, man?
What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Hey, can y'all hear him? Let me know if you guys can hear him, and let me know how he sounds. What's up with you, Kimbo? I see you, man. What's up with you, Vato? What's up with you, Steve? What's up with you, South of Haven? Hey, South of Haven, man, I'm so new to YouTube, so I'm not used to telling people to hit that subscribe button, but make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you for tuning in. But, hey, man, Terrence, what's up with you, man? How you doing today, boss?
Man, I'm good, man. Enjoying my vacation down here at the coast in Texas.
Yay, man. You down there to some fishing?
Yeah, man. Enjoying time with the family.
All right. So real quick, man, let us know about your Madden, man. Let us know what you're doing with your Madden League, man. And then after we talk about that Madden a little bit, we're going to talk about a few of these things they talking about in these comments, man.
Cool, man. Well, this is our third year in. And, of course, we waiting on the new Madden to drop here in a few days. But, man, to be honest with you, we got a group of fellas. We are all Cowboy fans. We all got a tight bond, and then when I first started, I didn't expect it to take off like it did. And it really has. I mean, sky's the limit, and we are planning a meetup, and we're all going to get together in Arlington. We're going to barbecue, kick it, tailgate, then we're going to mob in the game. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's awesome.
And what system are you guys playing on?
We're on PS4. We don't mess with Xbox.
They on PS4, but you know what that means? That just means I need to find another guy who messes with Xbox so we can hit them all. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Okay. And is it too late for this league that you guys are doing this? Because I mean, you guys go all out for this league. You guys go out, give out jerseys and all types of stuff, right, for the winners?
Yeah. So what we do is everybody gets a team. There's 32 people in the league, and we go regular season, then we go to playoffs, and the winner of the Super Bowl gets a jersey, or I've given away Madden 19 last year, and also this year we're going to do something different. I'm giving away tickets to the Cowboy game. So, you know, it's awesome, man. It's an awesome thing to be a part of. And as far as, you know, people coming in, new people coming in, we're always trying to add the best players. I mean, we got a professional player. He actually plays professional Madden right now, and nobody can beat him. This is his last year. So we got a list of people ready to add. So, I mean, if you got a game you think you can play, well, I'm always willing to test you out.
Hey, I need everybody right now to drop. If you play PlayStation, if you play PlayStation, we got 25 people on YouTube. We got 73 people on Facebook. That's a little bit over 100. I'm doing Jerry math. Yeah, that's about 100. If you play PlayStation, I need you to drop your game tag in there, and then we're gonna get all those. And make sure you got. Hey, and what's your game tag, Terrence?
Mine is Blasting U512. That's Blast and then NU512. Add me, and we'll definitely get you on there.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you're a scout, man, and you love your Cowboys, and you are on Xbox, hit your boy up, because I definitely we need to have like an Xbox, and then have like an Xbox tournament and PS tournament, and then maybe like flip a coin or some best out of 3 to see get on the what I mean. We need to figure something out, man. That'd be dope. To kind of.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I know you cater to a lot of people and not just Cowboy fans, but let me let this be known. We are strict to Cowboy. You can't be in this league if you're not a Cowboy fan. If you're not a Cowboy fan, we do got a verification process, and we'll find out. We got some very good Inspector Gadget type of guys that will find out if you're a Cowboy fan. So just keep that in mind.
Hey, I heard that, man. Hey, man, another reason I wanted to have you on the show today, too, also, man, is because, man, you posted something on Facebook today, man. It just really, it just resonated in my spirit, man. It just resonated in my spirit. And I want to talk to you about it, man. It was about Ezekiel Elliott, man. It was more directed at the fans, and it was along the lines of, you said, like, what's really going on here is, so I'll let you go ahead and say it. Go ahead, if you have the post in front of you, you can read it. But I mean, tell us, kind of elaborate on your post and what you put up, man, and why you felt it was necessary to put that out.
Well, basically what it was is, I was just telling the fan base, I'm tired. I know I'm not the only person, but I'm freaking tired of seeing everybody turn their back on Zeke. Okay, because there's some other players in the past that, they didn't turn their back on them, and that's a whole other subject, a whole other story, but I'm tired of seeing people, saying, I'll get rid of them, we don't need him. First of all, if you know anything about the Cowboys, we are a run-first team, and we gonna run the ball. We need this man, and we need to pay him. I mean, simple as that. So, what it really is, like, I guess, making people upset is, I said, if you're against him right now, I want you to have that same energy in November when he's leading the league in rushing. I don't want to see that same person come back, Zeke, Zeke. No, I don't want to hear that. Man, I'm a Cowboy fan. It just boils my blood to hear somebody be so negative towards the person when he's just trying to feed his family. He's worth every dollar. And what really, and I'm going to break it down to everybody so maybe people can grasp it a little bit better. If you got 31 other people at your job, you guys are all doing the same job. You find out Tommy on the other side of the building is making double what you make, triple what you make. Hey, it's time to pay me. And if I'm at my job, and I find that out, and I know that I'm crushing it, I've been crushing it all year, I got stats, I got numbers, my statistics are showing that I am proving the best in my job, but yet Tommy on the other side of the building is making 3 times more. So let that man eat, let that man get his money, he's worth it. If he wasn't worth it, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Fact. And that's the crazy thing that people forget about holdouts. Like, tell me a player who held out who while they were holding out was a bum. Like, that just doesn't happen. Like, only the best players, like, and most of the time it's like the best players in the league, only those players have the type of leverage to hold out. So we're not talking about average players. You know what I'm saying? And what really amazes me though is like, it's that same. I was thinking that exact same thing, man. I was literally taking a shower, bro. Before I got on the show, man. Before I called you, I was literally thumbing through the internet, and I saw your post, man, and it was exactly what I'm saying. Like, some of this stuff, man, that folks are putting out there about Zeke, man. Like you should feel bad about yourself when they are, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna get a deal done. And all that crap that you put out there about your player is still going to be on the internet. I can feel people going on the internet racing now. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to always tell me, don't bring a girl home that you don't want me to like. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's a thing. Why? Because what happens is, you be fighting in front, you be arguing and stuff in front of your lady, in front of your mom, and guess what? She's going to form her opinion about that person. And then guess what? When y'all make up and she buy you some Jordans and you wash your car, you know what I'm saying? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to bring that girl back around and mama's still going to be mad at her. Why? Because that's her baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing. I was going to drop this video earlier, but I was like, man, I'm going to just talk about it on the show. Like, you can't be like Jerry Jones. Bro, you cannot go on national radio and say, while you have the league rushing leader, and say you don't need a league rushing leader to win the Super Bowl. So then my question is, what happens when he comes back then? Like, you don't say stuff like that about people and just be like, okay, at some point we'll give you your money, and when we wash that stuff away. That's how you have bad blood with players. And that's how the whole NFL sees you treating your own players. Like, I have never seen an organization devalue their own product. Like, this is literally the equivalent of you selling cars, and every day you walk out with a hammer and just smack a car, while at the same time trying to sell it. Like, that's your product. You would always think that someone's going to make their product be in the best views. But to do something like that, I'm going to tell you, when I heard that Ezekiel Elliott was going to Cowboy, when I heard he was going to Cowboy, the first thing I thought of, Terrence, bro, was whatever they offered him was not high enough. That's what I thought of.
And another thing, then, real quick, like, you notice how people are like, well, he can go to Cabo. Why is he going to Cabo when he's sitting in Dallas? First of all, Cabo is closer to where the training camp is in Dallas. So he can get the training camp faster from Cabo than he can from Frisco.
Yeah. And then think about this. Ezekiel Elliott has $20 million in his account. So $20 million can put you anywhere in the world in 14 hours. Like, the military says we'll put you anywhere in the world in 14 hours, and they ain't even paying you $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they can get you anywhere in the world, no matter where you are standing, right here, anywhere in the world in 14 hours. So guess what, Zeke? You got millions of dollars in this account. When I hear stuff, I even hear stuff like, even people said, Earl Thomas moved closer. He moved to Austin because he wants to. I'm like, come on, man. These dudes are millionaires. They live where they want to live. Like, they just buy a helicopter or they buy a faster car to get there. You know what I'm saying? They don't move closer to their job. That's not what they do. Rookies do that. These guys who are making that money, they don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? What Cabo was a direct shot at what this, because remember, Jerry Jones put out there, hey, we offered them, everybody has deals in front of them. That's what they put out via Fish. Everybody has a deal through them. So guess what? If Zeke got a deal and he's now on his way to Cabo, that lets me know that deal was nowhere where Jerry or where exactly Steven said, when Steven said back in March that he was going to that Zeke's contract was going to start at Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley is the highest paid player highest paid running back in the NFL. So I mean, Terrence, what would you do if I told you I was going to make you the because of your work ethic and because of you being the best at your job, but then I send you an offer, and I say this in front of the whole company, give you accolades, what if I say that to you, right? But then when I submit you an offer, that offer is lesser than South of Havens, who's making $2 more than you. Now, South Haven, he pretty good at what he do, but he not you. How would you feel about that?
I'm gonna question your integrity. First of all, I mean that's a slap in my face. When I packed this department on my back for a few years now, and you seen what it's like without me when I took my leave of absence. So you know what I'm capable of doing, and if you're gonna shortchange me like that, it really, I mean, it's a slap in the face, man. It's a slap in the face.
And this
I need what I'm worth.
Go ahead, T.
I need what I'm worth. If I'm not worth it to you, if I'm not worth it to this team, leave me alone. Let me go. But if you know I'm worth it, and you know that the running back position is short term in the NFL, and anything can happen, pay me. Pay me.
Now, yeah, I mean, and that's, I mean, what my boy Roger says, what up, West Coast, on YouTube, he said, tell him for telling that truth. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, man, for that. You're absolutely right, man. Like this, and this, to be honest with you, like, it's situations like this with Zeke, and also the situation with Amari Cooper. I want to talk to you about that too, T. Get your opinion on that real quick before we get off here too. Before just kind of staying on this Ezekiel Elliott, man. Like, they don't, like, I don't see any organization, and I'm gonna be honest with you, we are not the only organization that has really good players. Like, every organization has really good players. Like, that's just kind of how it works. Like, every organization has really good players. But you don't see organizations treating their players like this. We have literally had two holdouts or two threats. Wait, no. Two holdouts. We've already had two holdouts before the season started. You had D-Law, Holt saying he was not going to get. We had D-Law, who's saying that he was not going to get his shoulder surgery until he got his contract. Then you have Ezekiel Elliott now. That's your best offensive player and your best defensive player. What example are you setting to the Jalen Smiths, to the LVEs? You know what I'm saying? What are you setting to these guys? And think about this. Jalen Smith is going to be an $18 million linebacker. Let me repeat. You want to know why? Because C.J. Mosley is, and his stats are killing C.J. Mosley.
Yep.
That's just what it is. The Cowboys are literally about to have, I've already said it. We're going to have an $18 and a $19 million linebacking core. And that will, and that'll probably be the exodus of Sean Lee, because you won't be able to play Sean Lee $10 million. But we're going to have, it's realistic. Why? Because LVE is going to get better. And he's going to get more money than he's going to get more money than Jalen Smith, just on the simple fact that he's going to sign 2 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So even if they just give him Jalen Smith's contract, it's still going to be about $19 million, about $1 million more. And that's why I keep telling y'all, man, Byron Jones, yeah, we might have to save some money. One of these guys is going to step up, man. But hey, my last thing I want to kind of talk about with you was let me get this picture. Let me get this up. Nope, that ain't it. Hold up, y'all. All right, so Amari Cooper, I want to get your thoughts on it, man. You're LVE, man. West Coast, you understand what happened yesterday, what was reported and what was put out about Amari Cooper. I reported it myself, put it on my page. It's currently still on my page. You guys remember when people do fake news and they put out as fake news, the number one thing they do is erase it. Why? Because if you erase it, there's no proof. You know where the post is? Currently posted on Dallas Cowboys Scouting, getting mad tragic. But yo, and I appreciate y'all for supporting. What is your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? I mean, am I tripping to you? Is this a coincidence? But I'm gonna read this post all to you. I mean, you run one of the. You're in you're an influential person. On Cowboys groups and stuff like that. So I want to get your thoughts. I mean, Amari Cooper's agent Joe Siegel is here at Cowboys camp, at Cowboys practice with COO Stephen Jones. This seems significant. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, after what happened yesterday, for him to show up, it's some talk being taught. I mean, it's time to make actions happen. I need to make sure that my investment is taken care of, and at the same time, I need you to take care of my investment. So I think, I've seen bits and pieces of it, because like I said earlier, I'm actually on vacation, so I've been catching bits and pieces of it, but, I mean, to me, it seems like his agent they're pressing him. They're pressing the Jones family. They need their money. They don't want to be forgotten about.
Yeah, and then also think about this. They don't, their athlete is on. If their athlete, because I'm gonna just be real. In Dallas, we're not run first offense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I apologize. We're not a pass first offense. So for the most part, this is not really an offense that's conducive for a wide receiver coming and getting a whole lot of yards. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, even though Coop only played played the 10 games. Zeke still had more receptions than Cooper last year. You know what I'm saying? So this is, and look at receivers before that. Like, we don't throw the ball like that. So I think that was why it was so important for Amari Cooper, at the beginning of these negotiations, to say that he understands that he's okay with not getting a lot of targets. Why? Because he knows he's not gonna get them in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a little another subject. Because of what I've seen at practice, I definitely believe we're going to be more passing. I think it's going to be more 60-40. I also think Dak's going to throw about 30 times per game. Why? Because of what they're doing at practice right now. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. You know what I'm saying? I bring all this in, bring it in my little soup bowl, put it all in there, and I come up with this concoction. And this concoction is this, man. Amari Cooper has so much riding on this year. Why? Because he's on first off, the thought of him not even getting signed can't even be there. Why? Because the Dallas Cowboys traded for him with their first round pick. There's no way that you're going to trade for your first round pick and only guarantee yourself 26 games, because at that time he was only guaranteed with 16 plus 8? 24? Guarantee yourself 24 games. Because it wasn't guaranteed that we were going to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you give up a first-round pick for 24 games when you can draft someone and get 5 years. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. The math doesn't make sense. So there's a guarantee that Amari Cooper is going to get paid. But I'm going to tell you this. With yesterday and the possibility of him getting carted off, or the possibility of something happening to him, you know what it did? Exactly what you said, Terrence. It heightened all this stuff. And I think Amari Cooper or somebody put a call in and was like, no, we need to get this done. Why? Because, bruh, if I go out here and I hurt myself, I'm going to get $13.9 million, and I'm going to be done this year, and then I got to hit the open market with 709 yards. Why? Because that was the last year I had in Dallas. Now, you know what I'm saying? If you think that's not something realistic, I'll say this. Call Alan Hearns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you release, this is my thing, man. You can't release someone 3 days before you get on an airplane and tell me to trust anything you say. Anything. Because you just don't do people like that. And this is my thing, special years, Super Bowl teams, one thing that you notice, Super Bowl teams, they're built on the foundation of brotherhood, no matter what it is. The New England Patriots, brotherhood. The coach runs out, they hugging each other, they be kissing each other in the mouth. I ain't winning that. I'm gonna tell you right now, we win a Super Bowl, you kiss somebody in the mouth, you are instantly not a Cowboy no more. You know what I'm saying? We're not with that. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that out there. They be doing that in New England. Hey, you kiss somebody in the mouth, you eat shit, I'm serious, you out. You out. You know what I'm saying? You out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? There is none of this backbiting, any of this discord. Why? Because there's going to be the season is already going to bring issues. It's already going to bring drama. It's already going to bring injuries. It's like what I tell my family, we have the entire world trying to take us down. We cannot come into our home and then tear each other apart. You can't do that. Because if that's the case, we ain't going to make it. We not going to make it. If your home ain't tight, bro, if your foundation ain't tight, how are you marching into this season, no matter what your offense looks like, no matter what your defense looks like, how are you marching into this season clear-headed and being able to execute? Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love the example that people love. Yeah, but remember, Emmitt Smith held out 2 games, and guess what? We won the Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest with you. There's been a whole bunch of coincidences that didn't happen since then that ain't came to coincidences of us winning the Super Bowl. So I'm not trying to believe that. I'm not believing that Zeke holding out for 2 games is the secret cure. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. Dez wear Jordans on every Thursday. That was the key, and it just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe it, man. You know what I'm saying? But just real quick, man, what are your thoughts when I know you kind of gave me your thoughts on there, man. But what do you see between the three, man, what is your overall opinion on these contracts? And think about this. These are all people, Dak, Zeke, and Amari Cooper are all people that Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones have physically said out of their mouth that they were going to pay.
Well, I mean, I think, honestly, if I were them, I franchise tag Cooper. I would pay Zeke, get him in training camp. I would pay Dak what he's worth. And what he's worth to me, I think he's worth between 25 and 28 million. Give him his money, hook him up with some endorsements, let's fucking win. Excuse my language, I'm sorry, I don't know if I cuss him out of the show, but...
Oh, you get one, you good. I said, I can't tell you the word I said because I already used it, but you get one cuss word.
Let's win the Super Bowl, man. Like, and then, you know, if we need to pay Cooper next year, I know why Cooper ain't signing because he's trying to wait for he's trying to wait for Thomas to sign and see what's going on with Julio. Once they figure out what they're doing now, then he wants to be in the market with them. I mean,
yeah.
but at the same time,
think about this. And you're absolutely right. And Stephen Jones even said that. Stephen Jones even said that they felt that, you know, there are players who were waiting for other players. We all know who he was talking about. He was talking about Amari Cooper, right? Now, what do you think something that could happen that could speed that process up? Maybe a thought of him getting carted off of sidelines. Maybe that's why the Dallas Cowboys didn't really want that information out there like that. Hey, all I'm saying is my bad for saying, you know, for putting it out. My bad. You know what I'm talking about? Just tell me the information, the truth that you want out, and the truth that you guys don't want out so that I'll know. Because I have a habit of just putting it all out there and just letting the folks decide. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know.
That's much, like, I don't know if you see my post on that, but that's very much appreciated. I mean, you bringing that stuff facts. You bringing that stuff that's hitting streets before. I don't know if, another thing, you guys, I don't know if you guys realize what's going on, what Tyson is doing. Tyson has news for the Cowboy Nation family before ESPN even hit us with it. Before Shannon Sharp never even talked about it, Marcos is on spot and he's giving it to us raw. So stuff like this may happen. I mean, it is what it is. I appreciate the info. So
yeah, Kissy says, hey, what's calls? Boss family, sorry I'm late, still dealing with the sun. Hey man, Kizzy, I appreciate you for jumping on. Carrie says Fish and Dak. Fish and Dak will take about $30 million. That's supposed to be exclusive information. Now, I think they know that. It says Sam says Cooper has already said that he's not worried about other players signing before him because he's confident a deal will get done and he's here to just play football. And you know what's crazy? What changed? Because that was only the second day of practice. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Sam. What changed though? Why is his agent? If Cooper was and nobody is Julio Jones ain't got enumerated. Blah 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 ain't got enumerated. I ain't about to put all these names out there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got enumerated. What would happen? I'm gonna tell you what would happen. An injury threat. That's what would happen. You know what I'm saying? I am absolutely excited that my boy is good. My boy is good. I'm also excited that Kissy's son is doing good. He is cancer-free. So, man, we're going to tap our hat to that. Shout out to that. And, yo, my thing is this. Going on from camp, I just don't want no drama. You know what I'm saying? I just want football. Like, I sit back and I think about my last 2 days of camp, and you know what I've been covering? Stories. Like, bruh, I didn't go drive to Oxnard to cover stories. I went to Oxnard to cover players, bruh. Players, plays, execution. Who's sucking, who not sucking. You know what I'm saying? This guy good, this guy not good. That's what I go to training camp for. You know what I'm saying? But the first 2 days of camp have just been storylines. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, let's just get to ball, man. Let's just get to ball, man. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. They did. We did actually have our first padded practice today, man. So that that was a good thing. So guess what? When them pads start hitting, people's heads start getting knocked off. You can't do nothing but focus on something. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to focus on anything when somebody trying to knock your head off. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully with these shoulder pads and these helmets go on, hopefully things get back to more football, normal. But I can't get off this show without saying that Jerry Jones. I'm gonna drop this video too. I was gonna drop it a little bit earlier today, but I'm gonna drop this video, man. Jerry Jones, you wrong for that, man. You wrong for going on air and you wrong for going on air and saying that about Zeke. You know what I'm saying, and to be honest with you, bro, the thing I didn't like about it is you couldn't even hold your NUTs. I can't say that word because I already used my cuss word for the day. But you didn't even hold your NUTs and say the dude's name. Like, if you gonna say his name, like, that's just like saying, man, that dude on the internet that be wearing them hats and them in Cowboy yelling, saying, never look down because stars up. He be putting that fake news out. Like, who else is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, the dude that gave you the schedule 2 days before it came out, like, that dude be putting out fake deal with that dude. Like, who else are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, Jerry Jones, when you say that you don't need a rushing leader, like, bro, like, what do you think Zeke said when he said that? Like, do you think that really made him say, oh my God, I need to get in there and sign this contract because they said they don't need me? Do you really think he honestly said that? Zeke ain't from Dallas. He ain't from Oak Cliff. What the dude from Mississippi? He from Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Show me state. He ain't from Texas. He ain't grew up wanting to be no cowboy. Like, just be real, man. And them, the way Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones is doing business, I'll be honest with you, the only people that's gonna say they wanted to be a cowboy is free agents. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, you're making Dallas be a place that people are not excited about coming to. Why? Because, you're not going to be excited to go anywhere where they don't even take care of their great players. Because you got to remember, there's less great players than there just are average players in the NFL. Most players in the NFL are average NFL players. So if you're not taking care of your elite players, average Joe is looking at you like, absolutely no. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, Tyson, if he don't take care of the elite players, somebody else will.
Absolutely. And what do I always tell you guys about great players? People always say great players know this, and that's why Amari Cooper was at so much at ease, because great players know this, that two people are going to pay me: the team that drafted me or a team that wants me. Either way, I'm going to get paid. Like, all that crap people talked about Le'Veon Bell, guess what? He got paid. And I'll tell you guys, I don't consider him getting less money or money as a win or loss. The amount of money he was going to get as a win or loss, I don't consider that. You know what I'm saying? I considered Le'Veon Bell to still get a deal that was market value at that time. But what I see very convincing is a man that's willing to work away from $14.5 million on a principle. That's a whole lot of money. That's a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Terrence, man, before you get up out of here, man, you got anything for the people, man?
I do want to say something, man.
Shoot.
I'm starting a new show that's gonna come out on game days about an hour and a half before kickoff, called Brunch with the Crunch. I'll be coming at you, giving my predictions, and basically just letting you know how I feel, what things are going on, and yeah, so check that out, and it'll be live on America's
official team.
Official America's team Facebook group. So yeah.
Hey man, you guys know Oats is, man. You guys always see their logo up on my everything. You guys already know. And to be honest with you, if you're not in Oats already, then you likely tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of the requirements of being on here in Dallas Cowboys Scouting. I got it linked on my page. So all you gotta do is click that link right there. Join the group. It's one of the best groups on there. We got a couple of groups on there too. If we do, Ms. D, are you in the group? If my Scout D is in the group, drop your group group name in the comments so I can give you some love too. What up with you, E Kush? He says, Jerry, get it done. The longer you wait, the more expensive they will get. You put in jeopardy. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like Jesus can really come back and 2020 never even happened. So we really need to get this Super Bowl like right now. You know what I'm saying? And all this crazy stuff that's happened in California got me thinking that, like, we need to get this Super Bowl now. So, like, any decision that you talk to West Coast about, it needs to be filtered through the thought of, are you trying to win a Super Bowl this year? And Jerry Jones, the clock is ticking, bruh. Do we not remember how Zeke needs to get in practice You need to get him comfortable, get him acclimated so he can be himself game one. Or am I the only person that remembers we start our season off with 2 division games? Those. Giants, Washington. 2 division games. That is not the way you want to start your season off, and this is not the season you want to be starting off with some. And not only do you start the season off with 2 division games, for the first 8 games you're going home, away, home, away, home, away, home, away. Dallas Cowboys, we were what, 6-1 last year on the road? I mean 1-6. I apologize, I said that backwards. So yeah, this is not that's the year to do that. Like this season, and then also I forget you played Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers. I always forget about that. Also, guys, whenever you think about anything that happens, whenever you think about not paying Zeke, think about this: Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers. Do you honestly think we're gonna get through Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers? And 2 of them dudes we gotta go on the road. Mind you, how many games did we win on the road last year? All right, I'm not gonna put our business in the streets. That's in the past. Google it. Like I'm saying, we trying to get through Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, other great elite players. The only thing that can beat great players is other great players. And we have one. What's your problem? Pay him. And honestly, I don't even want to hear people say pay. I don't even want to hear people say pay Zeke no more. Just say this. Jerry, do what you said. That's it. Just do what you said. Zeke did what he said. He said he was going to do. You drafted him. I'm pretty sure when you drafted him, he said he was going to come in. He was going to dominate. He was going to be the best running back in the NFL, and he did it. Like, when did this relationship become not mutual? Like, this is supposed to be one of those mutual, beneficial relationships. When did Zeke become, the Uber of Dallas Cowboys? Like, he's just going to take our like, up and down. Okay. Like, come on now. Zeke did his part. Jerry, do your part. And it ain't like we ain't got the money, man. Hey, man, Terrence. Hey, you already gave information where they can find you on the if they wanted to. I want you to go ahead and give your gamer tag one more time, please, for anybody that didn't get that.
Yeah, it's Blast NU512. Add me, send me a message, tell me, let me know you're a Cowboys fan. Of course, I'm going to investigate it and put my goons out there and find out whether you really are or not. And if you are, we will have room for you in OAT for 2020. If you win, I'll ship your jersey or your ticket, or more likely, if it's a home game, I'll meet you there and just hand it to you because I'm going to be there every home game.
He a season ticket holder. He don't even. Your state? Do you live in Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Austin.
Okay. You just drive down. Okay. All right. So for sure, man. So man. Hey, man. I think if you guys go look at your schedules, I think if you guys look at the task that we're gonna have to take on, and what we're gonna have to, just going on the road every other weekend is gonna be a doozy. You know what I'm saying? That within itself is a doozy with Zeke, and you guys want to take that on without Zeke, and you want to do that 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the season starts. Well, that's about a month realistically, but come on, y'all. Let's be real. Hey, man, Jerry Jones, I would no longer be saying pay Zeke. I'm going to just say, Jerry Jones, be a man of your word, bruh. Do what you said you was going to do, bruh. Like, that's, you know what I mean? You got your word and your balls. You ain't supposed to break them for nobody. But it's whatever, man. Just do what you said. You said you was going to pay Zeke. You said you was going to pay Dak after the Washington game. You said you was going to extend him. You said he was going to be your franchise quarterback. You haven't did it. You see, Amari Cooper, I'm going to tell you like this. If you're going to trade for Amari Cooper, I can almost guarantee that there was an assumption that you were going to pay him. Why? Because you're not going to give away a first-round pick for 24 games. You're not going to do that. So you had to have a conversation with him. You ain't paid him. And then I know when you drafted Ezekiel Elliott, I know that young man told you that when you drafted him that he was going to be the best running back in the NFL. And guess what? Every single Sunday he has. Now, Jerry Jones, it's time for you to do your part. Period. Time for you to do your part. Hey, you already know what it is, man. Never look down because the star is up. Peace.